Like that, tell the people that phony water is back. Like that, tell the people that phony water is back. Like that.
You are tuned into the W Show on Sideline Sports Talk Network and 100.1 FM, Kansas City. Live from Radio Row in San Francisco, California. Brought to you by Gates Barbecue, the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, Dillard Zona Rosa, the Soul of Santa, Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services, and Wood Nissan.
All right, we're back here live on Radio Row. It's happening now. We've been here talking about Tuesday day. Normally, it's kind of slow, but it's been pretty warm here today.
Kicked up.
Yeah, man. We have another great guest joining us, former UFC champion Mark Kerr, the Smashing Machine.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
I'm good. So this is my first trip to Radio Row.
Of course.
So, I mean, this is good vibe, good energy.
Yeah. Now we're talking Data Vault AI.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
AI. I partnered with them last year. They're literally it's just as simple, empowering the individual to take back what people have profited on for all these years, which is their personal information, data, right?
Yeah.
Like NIL stuff. When I was competing and fighting, there was no opportunity to make any kind of monetary, it just wasn't available.
Right.
And so what Data Vault has created is they're partnering with Sports Illustrated to develop an exchange for athletes to get on and to monetize their NIL.
Wow.
Solid.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Because right now it's like you log on to Facebook. Facebook owns your info.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yes.
Yeah,
they
they've made hundreds of billions off of your info, right?
Okay.
All the way across the board. So you just look at, it's the next evolution of us empowering ourselves with our digital information.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing because NIL now you see guys upwards $1 million+ dollars.
You pull into a college parking lot for football practice, see Lamborghini, Ferrari. Like it's gone wild.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it really has. And I mean, that's the extreme part of it, but just a regular athlete like that, they have the ability to monetize something and create revenue where revenue doesn't exist.
Of course.
And as far as working with NIL, are you getting more hands-on within the partnership as far as like, with the different athletes, or are you more so concentrating on
So we're starting to develop that.
Yeah.
And the first step was NFL alumni health. That's the first step that happened last year, because that's an untapped market. That's a bunch of players that are out there that don't know that they have the ability to monetize their efforts, right? And like, not every one of them is sitting in a good spot, right? Like I tell people, you want to dig into where your mental health starts.
Yes.
Start with financial health, right? If you don't have financial health, everything else in my life, it's a trickle-down effect. It's financial health, housing insecurity, food insecurity, all these trickle-down effects. So if I give somebody the opportunity to look at it and go, hey, listen, we can get you on this exchange, put your stuff out there and you can monetize it, have a revenue source coming in. Well, that's unfound revenue. That might change somebody's whole narrative in 1 minute, right? So I'm really an advocate for bringing a lot of this stuff back, where everybody around in their own in my ecosystem, they've made money off of me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
And so it's like, well, why wouldn't you want to be part of a movement that's going to give that back to the individual?
Yeah.
And it's getting younger and younger too, right? Like, so I have an 8th grader. My son, and it's like, man, what do we need to prepare for when he goes to high school, where how now high school athletes are getting ready to be able to get this NIL money.
Yep. And so the cool part on with Data Vault is they've created it's regulatory compliant. It has all this stuff that's in the exchange. So someone that's young go, okay, I'm going to look at it, because you can start digitizing your assets in 8th grade.
Right. Yeah.
Because they are already out there.
Yeah, it's very interesting, man. How did you become a part of it? Like, because with your name, everyone knows who you are, right? Like, how did you become a part of it?
So last year, I actually met up with Data Vault, and they were doing stuff with Stolen Valor.
Okay.
Like this validation with Stolen Valor, and that was the start of it. a friend of mine, Jay Glazer, he had an organization, MVP, merging veterans and players, and so that whole ecosystem with the veterans, and then going, oh, you're doing this too,
right?
And then realizing, going, oh my God, this is just as important, because like with stolen valor, somebody's taking credit for something they didn't do, so somebody else's blood, sweat, and tears went into it, and I'm profiting for it. Same thing with an athlete, right? All my blood, sweat, and tears went into my endeavor,
right?
And now somebody else is profiting. Whoa. Where's what about me?
Of course.
And so the whole entire system is kind of just, and I didn't even know this existed.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know NIL existed because I think last year they did, like, just collegiately, it was $2.5 billion.
That's crazy.
Billion, right?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Worldwide, the market, I think last year was $114 billion.
That's crazy. Think about how much they were getting before that kickback.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's just
So the numbers are like, okay, if those are the numbers, where's the equitable part of that? There's not an equitable piece being. So I mean, it resonates with me, and I mean, part of where I am in my career and life right now is to have the ability to partner with organizations or partner with stuff that I really am passionate about.
Yeah, and you talk about that, diversifying your brand. Let's talk about you. After fighting, I'm seeing here that you have a Smashing Machine biography with The Rock. How does that fit in the great scheme of things with you?
So, when I fought, there wasn't a standard of like what a fighter is, right? Like a mixed martial artist. So I looked at it like I was creating a standard, right? When I fought, and you're going back where there wasn't weight classes, time limits, there, bare knuckle type stuff. I mean, like very archaic compared to what now you see, right?
Yeah.
Like now it's refined, it's polished. You can sell it to a housewife in Nebraska. She's going to buy the pay-per-view, right? She's going to buy it, right? But before, it was like people watching go, oh my God, that's just so vicious and violent.
Yeah.
So I was creating a standard. I didn't, like nobody knew. So the example I give, like my first press conference, like big press conference, was over in Japan, right? And I'm in $1,000 Calvin Klein suit that I can't afford.
Yeah.
Right. But when you look at everybody else, they're in track suits and jogging suits and T-shirts.
Right.
And I'm the cat that's up there in $1,000 Calvin Klein suit because that's the standard I wanted to set, right?
Of course.
Because the whole idea behind it is nobody knew what a professional mixed martial artist looked like, talk like, train like. So I go, I'm going to show up in shape. I'm going to be just articulate, interview, all these different things that I go, because if they look at me like I'm a professional, guess what? I can ask to be paid like a professional.
Right.
Like
more marketable. Yeah.
Exactly. And so what the movie was about is this little pocket of time that I was a #1 mixed martial artist, heavyweight fighter in the world. And it's just a sequence of things that happened. And it was originally captured as a documentary that was aired on HBO.
Okay.
And so the movie that Dwayne plays me in is based off of that documentary in that pocket of time.
Yeah. And how going through that process of the documentary and with Dwayne and different things, is this something that you all work hand in hand with?
So oh my God.
And is it more so producers, or how does that?
Here's what the cool part was is Dwayne took it, like as serious, and is the thing that I loved about the whole process is that they had like reverence. They had this respect for what I did. They were careful because I'm a real person. It's not like they're doing a movie about some cat that lived 100 years ago.
Right.
Right. So Dwayne and Emily and Benny Safdie, A24, they took this just really, really incredible care and respect and understanding. And, they just walked through this process. And if I felt uncomfortable at any time, it was like, all right, let's pause. It's like what needs to happen, and cognizant of a lot of different things because there's money at stake, millions and millions of dollars. And so I look back and I go, man, like what incredible people.
Yeah.
What incredible people. I just shared an experience that I tell people, I go, Bill Gates with all his money can't buy the experience that I just went through.
Yeah.
Can't buy it.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you still work out? You still train?
I still do, and it's through the process of everything that's come about. Like for a while, I just let my health go, right?
Yeah.
So that was another part of my mission of empowering myself to take my health back.
Okay.
Because a lot of times when you're an athlete, like I had this feeling of like that's all I was worth.
Yes.
So I stopped fighting and I didn't have any self-worth because I thought that was all I was worth. So it took me forever to resolve this one simple thing. Fighting's what I did. It's not who I am.
Yes.
It's a trip because it sounds simple to say, but it is like to unravel that in my head. It was like so complex. It's like, because that's what I that's where I placed all my value.
Right.
And so once I started sorting that out, I'm like, okay, then I need to empower myself to take control of what's going on with me physically. I don't have to go to the gym and train like a maniac, right? I can go there and ride the stationary bike. I'm good.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So it's that whole narrative.
Yeah, definitely. Can we talk about Sunday?
So all right. I'm gonna lay a complex land here. Right?
Okay.
So I grew up in Northwest Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay. Toledo, Ohio. So we are 45 minutes from Detroit. So unfortunately, I'm a Lions fan.
Yes.
Okay. Fortunately, unfortunately. So I was in the era of like Barry Sanders.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Herman Moore, Megatron, Johnny Morton.
Yep.
Sims, quarterback. I mean, just like this iconic era that they couldn't do anything with. So back then they used to have blackout. So if you ended up in Ohio and Cleveland didn't sell out the Browns, you got the next, you got games. So that's all I got is Detroit Lion games or Chicago Bear games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
So Lions fan all the way through. Moved to Arizona. Another franchise that's having trouble.
Right.
Just moving right along.
So so moving right along. But I'm gonna loop it in here. So
yeah.
So I have a 21-year-old son.
Okay.
From his mom is from New England.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
naturally he's going
So naturally he's a Pats dude.
Yeah.
So that was a complex household for so he's at first he's like, oh my God, I can't, because he's just like, I don't want to see him win again. And I go, no, you don't understand. I'm watching history.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel however you want to feel about it,
right.
but I'm watching history.
It's true.
Right.
It's true.
And so I have to pick the Pats.
And that's all your son knows, because we were talking about this earlier. It's like, if you're born in a certain span of time, that's all you knew was just winning. Tom Brady and championships. That's it.
That's it.
And they had a few down years, but now it's like they're right back. And that's what he knows. Is just he does.
Yeah. And you know what? He's a football fan.
Yeah.
And he like looking at it going, it's really hard to do this, man. Like you get these teams that spend millions and millions of dollars on putting a team together, and that formula doesn't work.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. And then to round it off, my wife's from St. Louis.
Right across the street from us.
Right down the road.
So
my God. So she still pissed the Rams left.
Yeah. That's a lot of St. Louis. Yeah. A lot of St. Louis.
They just despise Kroenke.
Yes.
They just like going home there, you can't mention his name
at all.
Like literally, it's like, what'd you say?
Yeah.
It's that bad still.
Yeah, I'm
to
sure.
This day.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like I think it's interesting because I end up being a Lions fan through their down years, and I said, the worst part about being a Lions fan is when they give you that little bit of hope. You start like 6-1.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh my God, this is the year. And then I'm like,
because the last 2 or 3 seasons, I mean, they put you
solid,
on a high,
man.
Yeah,
like solid. My brother who lives back in Ohio goes to the playoff game they won last year, and it was like, he goes, you don't understand, like how many people in that stadium were like, I thought I'd never see this.
Yeah,
I thought I'd never see the day. And it's like, okay, because you have a fan base that is dedicated.
Yes.
Yes.
Just like anything else, man. If you're a fan, you're a fan.
Yeah.
And very few things will change that.
Because I feel like it was either Phoenix or Vegas that the Lions were pretty much predicted to go. I think they were one of the last 4 teams.
Vegas.
Vegas. And
Vegas.
So they didn't pull it out. So
And again, it's like I believe in Campbell. I believe they got the right formula.
They do.
Yeah.
It's just a couple pieces. They were injured more this year.
Yeah.
And watching the term next up, like you watch some cats in the secondary that played for him going, oh my God, he was like a 6th round draft pick that shouldn't have, but he's playing at a level where there's a level of expectation for him that they're meeting.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it was one where it was like, okay, that like hats off, because that just doesn't happen by accident.
No. Yeah.
That starts with the head coach and works its way down to all the position coaches, right?
Yeah.
And you literally look at it and going, oh my God, these are young men.
Yeah. Because and it's funny you say it trickles down, because we made fun of Dan Campbell when he first got on the, when he first got the head.
Ankle biter, man. I showed that clip to my wife. She didn't believe me. She goes, yeah, this is the coach that said he was going to be an ankle biter or something. She goes, what? I go, hang on, let me pull this up. And I go, it's just one where, but you understand, like he's going to teach grit.
Yep.
Definitely.
He's going to teach grit.
Yeah. And that's the type of team they are. It's a very blue collar team. Yeah.
I mean, just they embody it, and they don't run away from it. Like, it's just one of those where it's like, you know what, I'm tougher than you. And they go out in the field and they go, oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark, we appreciate you giving us some of your time today, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, sir. We'll be back here live from Radio Row with more guests.
Views and opinions expressed on the W Radio Show by the host, co-host, guests, and call-in listeners are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not represent the opinions of the W Show. 100.1 FM, One Kansas City Radio, Sideline Sports Talk, Team Wall Street Nation, or affiliates.